What's up, guys? This is the Gospel according to Mark with a C. He is I, and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you exactly what's on my mind. Thank you for riding with a brother once again. Listen, guys, I just want to make a quick video to address all of this uproar that's been going on with this chick, Christina Ariel. Let me just start off by just telling a quick story, all right? I'll try to be brief about this, guys. There's a reason for it, so rock with me for a minute. I say probably about 10 to 11 years ago, I lost a very, very good friend of mine to breast cancer. All right. She meant the world to me. She was a true friend. And when she died, it really it took a great piece of my heart with her. All right. I will say that she was a black woman. All right. And there's a reason for me saying this too because when she passed away, guys, she left a 3-year-old daughter and I believe at the time he might have been around 10-year-old son who was autistic. All right, she cared a great deal for them, and it was a rough deal, to lose her that way. So young and full of life. And I remember when she passed away, she was also a coworker of mine, also, a beloved friend, but she was a coworker. And when she passed away, I remember wanting to do something to help her family, her kids. And some of my coworkers suggested that we do a fundraiser for her. And when we did, we were able to, raise a great deal of money. And what always stuck out with me, guys, by the way, when we did this, is that I couldn't help but notice, all of the people who came out with their families, their kids, and these were predominantly white people. They came out and they came out in full force, to support me, as a respected coworker and to respect her and her family. And like I said before, to see all of those faces to come out that day, that night when we had the fundraiser, and all of the ideas they had, the raffles, and the auctions, all the things that they had going on. It was a very, very special night. They set up everything, the tables, the chairs, and I remember just feeling so overwhelmed by the outpouring of support, and respect and concern and humanity that went with that. Now, this is not to say that there isn't a such thing as racist people, racist white people, but I was never the same after that. You learn something when you see people come together that way for a good cause, for a common cause. And what you can't do after that happens is you can't, unless you're just a dumbass, if you're a dumbass, then you can. But if you're someone who thinks and has a conscience and, process things the right way, what you can't do is after that is make a bunch of blanket statements about what white people do this and white people do that in a negative way because you've had personal experience, and that's the importance of living and getting to know people and interacting with people, coming out of your comfort zone, to honestly communicate and get to know the people around you. And I am no longer capable, if I ever was capable, of trying to lump people into just one box, to demonize them. I know better. And the reason why I bring this up, guys, is what you have with this Christina Ariel thing. A lot of people are getting on here talking about how racist she is. You saw the title of this video. Christina Ariel is not racist. She's something worse. All right. Something else I know in my experience of life, guys, is that, let me see, how can I put this? When you see someone, if we, in this case, a black person, and all you hear come out of their mouth is white people, white people, white people this, white people that, white people this, white people that, white people, white people, white people, white people. And you hear that more than you hear black people, or anybody else for that matter. Usually you're dealing with a certain type of personality. This is something I've come to realize in my life. You're dealing with someone who is obsessed, all right? And they're obsessed to the point where they glorify the people that they're talking about. They become jealous of the people that they're talking about. They internalize what they believe to be privileged white people, all right? Because that's what I'm saying. They glamorize being white. So they think white people have privilege. They think they have the secret card to get them everywhere. And what that leads to is jealousy. They want to be white people, or they want to be privileged like they think that white people are, you know? And these are the people who usually go on to demand, like, it's not enough for them to have their own. It's not enough for them to love themselves, because, you know, that they don't do that. You know, I know what it means to really achieve love of self. When you really love yourself, you have no problem loving other people. You know, I've learned that. And usually it's because you've learned to love yourself as an individual. So by extension, you learn how to judge other people and love or hate them, to be fair, as individuals. All right. But when you don't love yourself, then you have a hard time. You have a hard time perceiving other people, accepting other people. You know, like I said, you become jealous of other people. And in Christina Ariel's case, and people like her, and I've met many people like them before, so I know I wasn't wrong. I knew I wasn't wrong. They do. They glamorize what they think white people are and the image of white people. And it's not enough for them to be who they are. They have to be them. They want their spot. They want their position. These are the people who demand that they have a black James Bond, and demand like they can't just have their own characters. You know, they have to have those characters. They want to be those characters. You know, they want to have a black Batman, a black James Bond, a black Superman, a black Spider-Man. You know, it never occurs to them that they can actually be good enough to be their own character and their own superhero. You know, so I've known people like this, like I said before. So I was curious about Christina Ariel, you know, and, I, looked at her Twitter page, I looked at her Facebook page, I looked at her Instagram page, and no surprise, she is married to a white man. She's married to a white man. It looks like he might have had a child from another relationship, because, you know, she's raising his what appears to be his black son, and she has one biracial child, probably with him. There's nothing wrong with that, you know, nothing at all. You know, I'm happy if she's happy, you know, that's great. That is not the problem with me, the fact that she is in an interracial relationship. But like I said before, I told the story about what I came to realize when I saw the good in people, in this case, white people, all right? She is married. She is in a loving relationship with a white person, you know, and by extension, I'm sure she has a good relationship with her white in-laws, you know, white friends that I saw on her pages as well. How can a person like that go on to spread the type of evil that she was spreading in those Twitter posts that I saw? I looked at Ichibaka. Shout out to Ichibaka's, I looked at his page and I saw her tweets, you know, white people this, and I'm tired of white people. You're getting boned regularly by a white man. You got white schlong in your life. It's like, well, not only that, okay, but you've achieved love, all right? You've achieved love. Doesn't matter if it's white, black, or whatever. But in your case, it is significant because you're the one who put yourself out there. You know, so you have love in your life. You have an amazing opportunity here. You know, you have this position with Disney. You're hosting this show about the High Republic. You have great fortune. You know, you're blessed. You have children, a husband, love, a job, you know, and all of these things. But the best you can do is to spit this venom into the world. No, that's not what I call racist. That's what I call evil. Because what you're doing is not just working against one particular race, but against everyone. And to me, that says everything about what's going on with Disney Lucasfilm these days. How could they make a tweet that says, what is it? Our Star Wars community is one of hope and inclusivity. We do not stand for bullying and racism. We support Christina Ariel. You support her, knowing all of the things that I just said. What does that say about you, Disney Lucasfilm? You know, all of the divisiveness that's been coming out of this company, it all starts to come into focus right now. I ask everyone else in the fandom to brace for what this really is. I've always said that this is bigger than Star Wars. You know, at this point, you guys know, you know, I've said it so many times. Don't let these people twist us up and turn us against our fellow human beings. This is what they're there for. I'm convinced of it now more than anything. This is actually scary when I looked at this. How could a person who is in a loving relationship with a white person express what she has expressed and put it out there into the world? The only thing I can come up with is it's just plain evil, and that's what we're dealing with here, with everything, with all of this empty, dumbass virtue signaling that they're doing. They're doing it to turn people against each other, to cause resentment, So for everybody who went to her Twitter page and called her the N-word and offered her some watermelon and chicken and all that bullshit, you're playing right into their hands, That's what they want. They want the chaos. They want the division. They want the bad feelings. And in our blindness, turning against one another, that's when they conquer, divide and conquer. It's a psyop, like I always said. I'm a tiny channel, but I've always said I will continue to show them what they're afraid of. They're afraid of people talking, people actually getting to know one another. This devil woman, she knows better. Like I said before, being in the relationship that she's in, she knows better. The experience that I had, I know better than to paint people with a broad brush that way. And when you know better and you still do it, well, there's only one way to call that. You're evil. You're worse than racist. You're a devil. You're evil. And I'm calling you out. All right, guys. This is just a quick one. Just getting in from work. It's late. You can get in the comment section. Let me know how you feel about this. It's all out there, guys. I'm not making this up. Like I said, it's on our Instagram page or Twitter page or Facebook page and everything. I like to know a little bit of what I'm talking about before I go in front of the camera. So, there it is. I am truly, truly disgusted, and this person, Christina Ariel, for her to be involved with Star Wars at all is unacceptable, so keep up the pressure, guys, let these people know we're not going to stand for this. All right, guys, like I said, like, share, subscribe, catch me on Twitter. The link will be in the description below. You can catch me on the next one. All right, guys. Hopefully it'll be a more fun topic. But, this is really something I take seriously, guys, because, the fallout from stuff like this, she's a mother, this is how people get hurt. This is how things get out of hand. This is how evil takes over the land. When you have people like this who incite things, and they're all in the street right now on both sides of things. So be aware, guys. All right, I'll catch you on the next one. This is The Gospel According to Mark with a C. Rock on.